Hi there. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. But keep in mind, it is a general reading. So see which signs, symbols, messages, and ideas resonate for you in your particular situation. And hopefully help to bring you a little clarity on whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. It could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes, but in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's start with the energy oracle today. See what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Messages for the collective, please, and thank you. Walking away. Oh, so you're leaving a situation. You're ready to go on a new adventure. This could also be somebody walking away from you. Somebody's kind of looking back with this little look, leaving something that was like fenced in or a gate. Number 27. Thinking about restrictions or areas that felt restricted or fenced in, because I feel like beyond that gate is freedom. It's new territory. It's where you can explore. It's where you can expand. It's where you can discover something new. So let's see what this is about. Number 27, walking away. A little more clarity, please. Well, you're going towards the door of personal healing and happiness. So that's a good place to walk towards, especially if that was not happening inside that fence. If there was no healing, if there was no happiness. I see personal, I see the dove, so personal peace in a situation, heading more towards these tranquil waters, peace, maybe the rainbow at the end of a storm. At the bottom, you have the thinking man. So somebody thinking about walking away, thinking about what makes him or her happy. It could be overthinking as well if this is upside down, getting trapped in thoughts or trapped in illusions, or trapped in kind of ego, because the person has to include their heart and their happiness and their truth in those thoughts for the right solutions and plans to be connected to his or her higher self. So that's also number 46, 34, 27. So let's get clarity with something different. Let's go to this. This is the modern times. It is called the modern times, right? The sign of the times. I said modern times, which is interesting because that's like it's actually a Charlie Chaplin movie. It makes me think of the song Smile, which is so beautiful. That song, even now today, is perfect and beautiful. And actually, Charlie Chaplin wrote it. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. If there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. Wow, that's a beautiful song. Maybe that song, I'll put that below. It's really pretty. Clarity on walking away, please. And you have an opportunity. Maybe there wasn't the opportunity before. You have the key here. So maybe something was actually locked. You found the right opportunity to go into the right situation. I feel like you're walking away, but you're definitely walking towards the door that opens up out into this huge territory of happiness and healing. It says keys open doors. I don't know why on this whole thing the marble in the background stands out to me. There's also a little key ring here, maybe a keychain. But it makes me think of like, I don't know, I think of something really funny, like you were losing your marbles. Like as a phrase, like, you know, maybe you found your marbles, or you found something that was lost, or your thoughts here are now becoming more clear on what to do about a situation. You found that key that you thought was lost. Maybe something was right in front of you the whole time. It's also a 17, so that's star. It could also be here. I mean, you're walking away. Some of you could be actually just moving. This could be keys to a new house, or perhaps even a new car, or you could be moving in with somebody else. Maybe somebody is getting a key. Also, the key could be to a new business. It says opportunity. I feel like it's an opportunity. It has a big old open door. I don't feel like it's locked here. It's like it's just there, open, waiting for you to take that chance, to take that opportunity, to say yes, to make some moves, to perhaps, you know, make some plans first, but eventually get out of your head and start to, I hear, walk that walk. All right, clarity to door, to personal healing and happiness, please. And then it's hello again. So maybe you're actually, it's recycling and it's recovering. This does say healing. So you're healing from a situation, maybe from past hurts or wounds, or healing from a situation where you felt stuck or bound or overwhelmed in your thoughts. This could be somebody coming back from the past, or you revisiting a past situation, but with a different energy to actually make it completely new. I don't know. There was like a billboard I saw one time, and it said like something like, recycle. I want to be a hairbrush. It was really weird, but I guess, you know, you can recycle old things that are, you know, not of use anymore and actually make it a brand new thing. So I'm getting a big phoenix rising, like actually becoming something different, like a whole different you. Maybe once you walk through this doorway and take this opportunity. It's also the world with the 21. So that is a new chapter. I was going to pull another card, but I have the bottom of this deck here. So let's take the bottom of this one here, and that's power lines, which is energy. So maybe this thinking man is getting his energy back, or thinking about, I don't know, stepping back into his personal power. But I also see like a phone call here, or communication. Maybe with this, you know, plugging back in your energy. Energy is restored. Energy is totally different. Maybe in this door, personal healing and happiness is where thinking becomes clear. It's like the power is plugged back in, but maybe there's just, I'm getting like really good communication with that. Let's see, let's do an angel number. Let's just see what the bridge of all these are. Opportunity, recycle. I mean, this could be the other way too. If this is like a dirty fish tank and the filter is off and you're just recycling into maybe karmic situations, or situations that keep you on this, you know, I kind of see the hamster wheel, or stuck within a fence of a situation going around and around and around, then I feel like it's breaking out of that cycle and entering into a brand new chapter. Even if it's just your energy or this thinking man's energy that's changed. If you go into the same situation with a total new mindset, with a totally new vibration, the opportunities that you are going to see are going to be different. Because when the change starts within, change starts to, you know, be seen without as well. So let's get one more card from the angel number oracle cards. What you doing, babe? 333, support, growth, creativity, joy, community, vision. Speaking of vision, and talents. So if you see the angel number 333, it's a sign that it's time to focus. That's kind of what I just said, the focus inward, but work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. So use this beautiful mind here to tap into your creativity, your imagination. Don't just use one part of that mind, use both hemispheres. That always makes me think of both meditation and music. Fire both sides of the old brain up. Get those brain files organized and moving and smooth, and then see what opportunities and new solutions you can come up with. Unleash your inner artist, and doing so will boost your self-esteem, sense of competence, and it does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community as well. I also see this with the community in the bag, like maybe you are doing something kind of helpful in your environment. Rose is over here making some funny noises at me, so I think maybe she has to go out. So we're gonna take a little pause before I pull another card. I'm going to attend to Rose for a little bit, but I'll be right back for you guys. Let's continue with a couple of messages from the Creativity Oracle and then jump to the tarot. Clarity on this key of opportunity, your energy totally being restored and renewed, walking through this beautiful door of happiness and healing, thinking about things completely different, recognizing what you need to walk away for, and heading with your talents, your creativity, your joy, and also this new vision here towards like a supportive community. It could even be a particular person that's just really want to see you succeed and escalate and do better. And oh, that was really weird. Hey, I'm still here, but apparently the power just went out. Wow. Maybe whatever I just said was really important. Also, this light is super bright. I'm just going to keep going with the reading. That was kind of cool. I have no idea why the power went out. Hey, this is bright, bright, bright. We're going to make it warm and inviting. All right. Hey, no idea what I just said, but that was pretty cool. Let's continue. What creativity, since that's the second one here, messages need to come through for the collective. Maybe there is a lot of energy coming on in these power lines. Maybe the power went out for a little bit, but something's going to come back on nice and bright. Hey, also this is really bright. Just in case you weren't here for that that reading I did where I showed what lights I use, all I have in front of me here, besides my rose that's now out back there, I'm gonna just leave it out, hey, is my makeup mirror and a little box light. That's all I use. So let's get some creativity messages, please. Limits. Knowing that limiting attitudes are often formed as protective reactions to past events. So if that's a getting in your own way, or somebody else is kind of getting in their own way on something, if your attitude or your ideas or your thoughts are getting in your own way and actually being the block to something, it's because you're replaying past events to protect yourself from further events rather than seeing how they created growth for you and making changes. It's when you're recycling that energy instead of making it new. Here there's a huge star. There's also this like Colosseum that's like half down. And then this beautiful horse that's here now. When I think of the horse, you know, the horse can be inside of the stable or in, you know, the paddock, or they can be out there feeling what it's like to really canter and run. Let's get what you got. Are you hiding your bone? You're on a mission? Come on. Come up if you want. She's going to join us. But she's going to look for the perfect place to put her. All right. One more message from the collective, please. On limits. And then we have visualize. So that's really nice. So don't put limits on what you can envision, what you visualize, what you create, how big your imagination can be, all the possibilities that can come through, and how your dreams and visions can change as you walk along that path. It's being flexible. When we develop our abilities to visualize, we can manifest maximum influence in our experience of reality. Hey, don't you want the maximum influence in your reality, to really be in the now, to really feel like every moment? I just see this horse running. It just looks like, I can hear it. It looks free and fun and connected to earth, like movement. It's telling you to visualize more possibilities on a situation and not limit yourself. Let's get one more from this deck. Clarity on visualize and limits. Passion. Hey, what's at the bottom? Timing. These are weird cards. They're different on this side and message on this side. So let's take that because it was kind of at the bottom. I'm going to put those down. If you are in the creative flow, you feel everything flowing together in divine order. That's being in the flow. It is really hard to get in that creative flow if you only have half of your brain working. If it's only logical, you have to allow it just to come in. You have to have that flowing energy, like that river, like a river flowing. What is this one? This is the one with the angel playing the flute and the butterfly wings and the pheasant. I love how a pheasant looks. And then, hey, it all comes back to passion. It's like kind of like the water falling, like the least path of resistance, and also that allowance, beautiful energy of the star, letting something go, also tapping into your passions. It says it will take passion, enthusiasm, that fire in your soul to push through. Have that a couple times. Self-criticism, like being really hard on yourself to get to a place of confidence. What makes you passionate? What makes you feel alive? Is it a person? Is it a thing that you're into? Is it a beautiful talent within yourself, or an interest that you have? Or is it an environment? What is it? What is it that makes you passionate? And do you want to head towards more of those experiences where you feel alive? Don't be so hard on yourself. Now, if that's self-criticism, it's cool to mess up. It's cool to grow. It's cool to go through things, adjust, learn. What do we want to pull next? Let's go to the tarot. Let's get a couple tarot cards. I have those other ones, the place and the character. I'm not sure if I want to pull them or not. So let's go to the tarot. Get clarity on all the stuff going on here so far. Let's start with a foundation, please, and thank you. Oh, it is feeling restricted. Oh, so you are definitely walking away from something. Either this is your thoughts are in critical land, somebody else's are, or you do have an ending to something that, it's funny, I just talked about the star. The star is here. It kind of looks like the same thing, but you are ending something that is pretty harsh. The Ten of Swords is harsh. So if this is what you're walking away, I actually hear it's about time. Sometimes this is something you can't help, and sometimes this is something that has to happen. The Ten of Swords is just such overwhelming, harsh energy in your mind that it actually really affects your body. It's when you, this is the one you need to walk away from, whatever this is, because this doesn't feel good at all. It's like, it's not just like the Ten of Wands with the weight of the world on your back. It's like, I don't know. It's a different kind of energy. It's like sharper. It's more pronounced. You know, it's more like literally like in your face. So this is something that is usually can't be ignored, but walking away and letting those swords fall down is where you feel 2085% better immediately. This is having to let something go because it's going to make all the difference in your life. This could have already happened. It does say something about here. Where was it? Self-criticism. Oh, limited attitudes. It's protection from reactions to past events. So it could be that this was a past event. And this is why, because something hurt this much, you have this sense of protection over something. But we're going to take this because I did look at it. The star, put these down, means there is absolutely healing energy coming through. There is a new opportunity. Walking away from something, whatever this is, could be the best thing you've ever done because you're not going to feel this any longer. And you now have this beautiful renewed sense of energy, of hope, of passion. This is limitless. This is the star. The North Star is that guidance that's always there. It's that inner guidance, as above, so below. It's your connection to God. This could also be you, if you were in this beautiful support, being recognized for how you are shining now. But not just that you're the sparkly star on stage, but that you are relatable to others because you know limits, because you learned how to visualize your energy. You've come out of situations and changed from them. You had the strength to walk out of situations that weren't right or get out of old mindsets that were not working for you and figured out how to heal. And if you are connecting with others, you know, it says something about your community. It's because you know what it's like to be hurt. So your connection with others is through true compassion because you get it. You get it. You've been there. You know, we all have situations like this in different forms, in different capacities, in different scenarios, and in different departments of our life. Whether this is losing a job, losing a home, losing a relationship, losing part of our dream. But it's after that point where you look like that and you fall down that you talk to God, that you commune and you get answers. And that's when you heal. With the star. With this renewed sense of peace, she's actually grabbing onto two of these beautiful rods that both have suns. So I feel like that's like I don't know why I want to say a double sun. I'm not sure what that means. Energy. And there's this castle on a hill. It's like a palace below that you are building either on a mountain or it kind of looks like it's on the edge right by the ocean. Like a kingdom that you can build on this renewed sense of peace and happiness. I mean, the sun technically is a star. Number 17, that's also Aquarius energy. All right, so let's get clarity on, let's see what the Ten of Swords is about. What is that? Ending? Is that just the past? Something going on now? Was that where everything changes? Is that what ultimately is being healed? And not every ending is like that, too. You know, if you're comparing everything that you're not doing and going to regret not trying because of something like that happened. Not everything is that harsh. Those are just the big things that really create the huge growth and huge changes in us. Sometimes endings are much more gentle and peaceful. They're just endings. It's always a little awkward to end something and walk away. But your new situations, especially if you're going towards this and personal healing and happiness, any possible new endings coming up, they don't always have to be like that, especially if you've changed. Because how you're going to deal with a situation in the future is not going to be the same as before. And perhaps the people or the places you're going to deal with and say yes to in the future are not going to create these kind of restrictions or types of, even if it's an ending. Endings are inevitable, but they're not all bad. Some are sweet. Clarity on the Ten of Swords, please. The Eight of Wands. So once you change your frequency, once you release something, once you change your perspective of how you're seeing something, once you step into this brand new you where you become a gorgeous hairbrush instead of a plastic bag. I keep seeing that hairbrush. Once your power turns back on and your communication changes, you start taking these opportunities, everything's going to start moving really fast. You're going to be able to handle it. It's going to bring back your hope. Maybe this is huge healing that comes. Huge spiritual elevation. All of these wands are not flying this way. All of these wands are going up. They're all in ascension energy. Straight up to heaven. Straight up into the universes. They're not just flying like Superman. They're like skyrocketing up. So sometimes this is Cupid's arrows. This is a lot of love that can come really fast. But it's being able to handle energy that might change all of a sudden, maybe after you take this opportunity, or many. This is when you have a starting point and energy goes out. Or all energy comes into you. But I feel like this is energy going up, which is different in this card. If it's upside down, it's stopping the flow of energy that needs to move. Or it's getting so overwhelmed that you don't know how to adjust and be flexible when all of this passionate, creative energy comes towards you. You create a block rather than allowing it to flow. But when that comes through and you allow that flow, it can be so much expansion. It could also be a lot of creative projects that you have going on at once, and they all just sort of take off all together. Or different facets of your own creative flow and passions that you put into one beautiful arena. And that's what skyrockets something. Whether that's an arena of a project, work, love, friendship, family, whatever it is. It's like huge possibilities of, I just keep hearing elevation with that. All those wands are similar but different. Clarity on 17, 10 of Swords, and the 8 of Wands, please. Oh, now we have a King. So you're getting back. There's a lot of masculine energy here. You have this thinking man, and now you have this passionate, beautiful, sexy, confident King of Rods. He's actually wearing this crown that looks like a cathedral on his head. He's got these, I don't know, it's very Game of Thrones. He's got these dragons, but they're alive. And they are almost like bowing to him, and his throne is empty. He doesn't need to show that he has to sit in his throne to recognize how powerful he is. He's creative, he's expansive, either in his mind or in his adventures. He wants passionate, hear projects, but passionate experiences. He doesn't want to just sit there and think about everything that makes him happy and passionate and not actually get to feel it and touch it and do it and have it. He's the king because he's had experiences. He knows what it's like to fail. He knows what it's like to lose his confidence, to lose his game. Upside down, he still portrays this sense of confidence, but it's an overstretching of it. It's a, embellishing of the details. It's a pushy, outlandish, I am the best, I am the brightest, I am this. It's very much egotistical when he's upside down. And it just kind of feel like, yeah, I mean, he might do some ballsy things, but I'm thinking of the weird thing. I can't even say it on YouTube. It's like he's overcompensating for something by having something like pretty big and outlandish rather than just owning his beautiful energy. You're like trying to put on a show and it just looks like a fake show. It's like, yeah, that's a nice hot rod car with your music really loud and everything trying to overpower when you're in this quiet neighborhood and people are trying to sleep and like be quiet. You don't have to push it. It's like a pushy energy. I hope that made sense. But upright, he doesn't need to push anything. He's just sexy. He just knows how to use that confidence to help others have great experiences. He wants people to be there with him. Like jump in, like he doesn't want to show off the car. Like, get in my car, let's go. We're going to go somewhere. Let's go. Let's have a good time. He's engaging. He has a great personality. He can be an introvert, but he still has a great energy. And maybe it's just one-on-one personality with someone else. But the King of Wands is like Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But I mean, I feel like that king kind of's got it going on. He's also very talented. He's not afraid to get up there and be in the spotlight. Oh, and it's the Lovers. Oh, this is such a beautiful Lovers card. They're dancing. Look at them dancing on stage. Cupid is like putting an arrow. Maybe it is Cupid's arrow. Maybe this has to do with this king, this thinking man. Maybe this king is starting to tap into his passions. Maybe he had some rough situations in the past. When his energy is changed, everything starts moving in the right direction. Hope is restored. Healing comes through. It's the perfect timing. This passion could be somebody saying hello again, walking away from something else, but this is making a choice out of the love of his or her heart. Here it's recognizing it's not pushing anybody else to feel anything or pushing the agenda for anybody else to have to make a decision, to have to stay in that gate, to anything. Everyone has free will and they feel what they feel, and the love is the love, even if it's hard to describe or put into words. But usually this means a beautiful partnership is coming together. It's a Gemini energy. It's where, like, I mean, look at these people, look at that moment. It's like whatever love this is I'm getting, maybe this king wants to shout it to the world. He wants everyone to see how beautiful it is, like this beautiful dance where bodies just flow and you're just in the moment. It makes me think of, there's a Pink song. It's so awesome. I can't think of what it is. And there's like paint and she dances with this guy and she's just as strong as him. I'll find the song and I will put it below. If there's like, maybe click that one first just to see that amazing video. There's just something about it. The whole story is painted of like, arguments and passion and this and that. But at the end, like there's a scene, she just like picks this guy up and yet he picks her up. I feel like it's kind of like that. Even if there's not the same strength, there's still an equal strength in this Lovers. Unless it's upright, it's recognizing that maybe that's something to walk away if it's not that beautiful passion and equal support and freedom and love. and the choice of both of these to be in a position where they're actually in love with each other. And that's where it's choosing to walk away. Because I started shuffling, so let's get one more. 5 of coins. It could be that somebody is going to feel left out in the cold from walking away from something, or this could be you from the past. This is also when there's like a financial slump, or when you feel like there's just something missing in your environment. You're like on the outside looking in. So maybe it's about helping somebody, letting somebody in, bringing somebody in out from the cold, or making that choice to knock on this door and ask for help. There's always help available. There's all this bread and this fruit right there. But somebody has to be willing to ask for help and see. It looks like whoever this is knows where to look. Maybe they're just hesitating on asking or not sure if it's okay. So it could be that somebody has to open up the door. At the bottom is the World, which is a huge ending. To go to a new beginning. It's that there's this huge, there's all these kingdoms here. There's her crown as a whole. It's like a church or a kingdom. It's beautiful. She's also holding these 2 wands. You got like all these wands here. I don't know what that means. Like batons or wands. I mean, when I think of a baton, I think of like almost like martial arts, the way the body moves and goes with the flow, and like dancing and being in that now. But I also think of energy and direction. Tapping into these dreams that you see with your higher self. Using your actual physical hands to start to build something. But with the World, it's beautiful. It's heading you towards a brand new chapter. So let's keep just that for the tarot. But let's pull one thing to sum this all up. Where's the bird? If I don't have it, maybe that's not it. So I don't see it. So it's not the bird today. It's the Power. Let's sum up this reading. I hope this reading was helpful for you. I mean, there was an ending. I feel like for most of you, this ending has already happened, or it's just past reflections. It's just working through something, making some changes. Not everything is going to be cookie cutter in the same unless it's you that hasn't changed. Here. But if you've changed, especially if this is what you want in your life, passion and happiness, love, reciprocal energy, equal exchange, open hearts, healing, hope, guidance, confidence, clarity of thought, and releasing things that are the old you and heading towards a brand new chapter. It's pretty good overall clarity. I feel like once this happens, everything's going to skyrocket really fast. With the Lovers, it could also be a brand new partnership in your life coming on through. Or a total change in the partnership that you're in. Okay, let's get one more card to clarify all of these for the collective, please and thank you. Oh, I love this card. It's so cool. Maybe this is a really unusual relationship, or this could be even though it's Lovers, it could be balance within you or really awesome friendship. But this card, look at these two. They're out there. They're in their interesting little outfits with an umbrella that does have like universes underneath. And then there's like a random ass building out there in the like the country, or I don't know, the woods, the field. It's the only skyscraper there. It sticks out. It's unusual. Wow. Very specifically, it makes me think of, I think I'm getting this right. I am going very specific on you guys. If you live in New York City, it reminds me of Worldwide Plaza, which I think is on 50 something Street West Side. I don't know why I'm going so specific, but where this is taking me in my thoughts, that specific place had this downstairs, like, it was like this escalator that went downstairs, and they had the $2 movie theater or the $3 movie theater. And it was this movie theater that played all of the movies that just left the movie theater, but not quite being released yet. And you could still see it on the big screen for like a couple bucks. Maybe some of you do something with movies, or it's about a movie, or maybe you live in New York City, or there's something like that. That was a really weird memory. That building, the top of it, is what made me think of it. Humor. That's a good, yay, we're ending with humor. Perfect. It's my favorite thing ever. Maybe you're a comedian, or it's about watching a funny movie, or connecting with somebody else that has a good sense of humor, because that can totally change your day when you have somebody that you can laugh with. You know, what's better than that? Like when things are just funny. Look at these people. They're like, I like your outfit. And the other one's like, hey, I like your outfit. Like, you got style. You're like, no, you got style. Look at you. I feel like they're having a cool conversation. It's also very unusual. So maybe if this has to do with the lovers or just your energy here, maybe your energy is kind of a little unusual for your environment, or you have some really unusual ideas that maybe will stick out and are necessary wherever your environment or neighborhood is, or your skills are unusual. Maybe that's why there's stalling on something. You know, maybe it's not going to be received, or you don't know if it'll be accepted, or maybe you were left out in the cold before when something didn't work, or you don't know how to build this huge skyscraper and or castle and or palace in a situation because maybe something, you know, I don't know, like something didn't work before. But when something doesn't work, that's when you can readjust and change. I just really like this card. What is it? Humor. This whole card just made me happy. Kind of just made the reading for me. And I don't know where my glasses are. All right, let's sum this reading up for you guys with a little bit of humor. Humor, fear, and anger. True. Awaken the power of your will. In the, what is that word? Juxtaposition. I gotta look that up. I have no idea what that is, but that is my vocabulary word of the day. Juxtaposition. Juxtaposition. It's like a spelling bee of realities as in the primitive positioned wilderness of the urban setting. Find truth. Seek how. You have chosen your illusions, as have others, and seek to feel the laughter that holds together your daily dream. Self-importance blinds you to the source of joy and humor. Awaken to the power of your will and find your laughter wholeheartedly. Awaken your sense of humor. Maybe that's what creates this huge energy change. It starts with a lightening up of the energy from what you've gone through. Maybe that's your connection to somebody else. That's your connection within yourself. 45. All right, guys, with that, I'm going to bid you adieu. I am going to show you, you do have progression here with a 45 and a 46. I hope this reading was helpful for you. I love you so much, and I will see you soon.